Welcome to the last one of the season. I'm Kaisa Siipilehto from LIVIO Joy. Today, I'm going to share you how to become recognized in your field and how you can get the work that you want to do. So this has been kind of the theme of the month. So I would love to hear your questions, your comments, your challenges. Where can I support you? But also, I'm going to share you my experiences, what I hear consistently with the clients that I'm working, what questions come up weekly, even daily, and what I have noticed that what works for them, what can they do to become recognized experts in their field. I mainly work with knowledge experts, so those who can share their skills, their knowledge, their strength in some sort of industry. And there's a lot of industries that I've support with. So I would love to hear those in the chat. Those of you joining the live here on Zoom or there on Facebook. So what's the industry you're in? How do you want to be recognized in your field? The experts who come to me, who want to become recognized, who want to be hired, who want to be sought after and trusted experts in their field so that they can serve more people. Who do you want to serve? Who do you want to help, guide, advise, and how? I'd love to hear those in the chat. If that's not clear to you yet, I invite you to think what it is. What can it be? This is what I call so-called mission statement, which is often missing. People are thinking like what they have done before, what kind of skills they have, and based off of that, what kind of opportunities they have. So first of all, I want you to do a deep dive into yourself. What are your aspirations? What are your ambitions in life or professionally? So what can you pursue that you want? Especially yesterday with one of my clients, he kind of noticed like how important the conversations had been, because he had been only thinking about what is kind of available out there, but how we have broadened the perspective to look at opportunities elsewhere and where exactly. But the core in that is them to realize what is important for them. What do they want to do? How can you enjoy? Let me ask you all, how can you enjoy your work if you're not sure what you want to do? When I started as a coach a few years back, those of you who I haven't met before, I did my, let's say, corporate career in brand marketing in various fields. So about 10 years experience, 10 plus years experience in that, plus now running my coaching training business has given me the understanding of what people are looking for. Not only am I sharing here from my experience, what was challenging for me when I was doing my career planning, my career pivot, which it ended up being, and studying a new profession and starting my business. A lot of things. This doesn't need to be the case for many and all of you, but what I've overcome throughout those years, what I have learned, and now how I can use the brand marketing experience I did in the B2B corporate world for IT and event businesses and consulting to now help experts to brand themselves. And these are beautiful stories that I see in my clients who notice they want to do something else than previously. They're looking for some change, but they're not sure what, because they are so stuck in what they have been doing before. And then maybe pivoting. Like today, a client who pivoted once already, and now she's looking for other opportunities. How she can utilize her various experiences from different fields, and what is it now? So, yes, my number one today is for you to get clear on your aspirations, your ambitions. How do you form a mission statement? Like I said, who do you want to help? I use the word help. You can choose whatever verb you want. Guide, advise, support, like I said. To achieve what? So who do you help and how? What are they getting from working with you? Hiring you. Is it a client? Is it an organization? Is it a nonprofit? Whoever is the client who you find meaningful working with, I want you to start. Oh, now I remember how I got here. So when I was planning my career transition and I saw the research statistics, how that was back then, but 85% of the working force were not excited nor engaged in their work, which to me felt very sad. I guess I had been lucky, though I was like planning or growing my marketing career based on my plan B, because I wanted to study fashion and clothing, which I did end up doing afterwards, after my business degree, but didn't end up wanting to pursue that professionally. So what I had heard, like how so many, like that means millions and millions and millions of people not being excited or engaged in their work, to me was so sad. I wanted to do something about it. Not only found I the passion to help these, because I struggled, I found it challenging to think about my career journey and what do I want to do next. And as you can hear, it's been a journey from plan B to studying new professions, not doing that, studying something else, while building a 10-year successful career in marketing. So it has been a roller coaster, to say. But I did enjoy the work. And I guess I was lucky that I also had supervisors who were encouraging and supporting me, were giving me a lot of responsibility, new projects, new business areas, so that I was really able to grow. So that was very rewarding for me back then. But then, of course, there was a time that I wanted to look at other opportunities when I met my husband, and thinking of how can I move to London? What does it mean professionally that we can live together? How can I work from almost anywhere in the world? And what would be something meaningful for me? Doing this journey, making the changes, it wasn't easy. And I want to be honest with you. I didn't find it easy because I was overthinking, overanalyzing, thinking all the options. And yes, I did that because I just had a 25-year mortgage, an apartment. I wasn't just like, oh, I'll just resign and figure it out. I guess I could have, but it wasn't in my personality. So I needed to have a plan. So I went through this journey, the self-discovery that I'm inviting you to do. There's many ways to look at and how you can come up with your mission statement. For me, and I want to remind you, I didn't know how to seek for a coach back then. So probably this journey would have been easier and smoother and more streamlined than what I did. But just shortly, what worked for me then was to think about the past, of course, like what I really enjoyed, what were the elements in my previous roles and work that I was the most rewarding for me, what I had enjoyed the most. Where were my strengths as well? What am I interested in? I noticed, yes, I want to work with people because I was doing digital marketing to events and all the like live to online touch points. So I knew that I wanted to work with people. And in my marketing positions, facilitating people's learning, growth, their success. How can I support them to succeed in what they are doing? By providing them resources, speakers, new ideas, and everything. That was the rewarding part. And especially because of the feedback I received as well. Not only did I enjoy the process of the whole like discovery, the designing part, how did I design the events, what was the topic and all that creative part, but then how I was able to facilitate how they can succeed better in their job. Knowing this from my marketing career, and when I started to talk to my friends, entrepreneur friends, and I came across coaching, I was like, huh, this is similar. It's working with people, and I can facilitate their learning and growth. Excuse me. But yes, something dried in my throat. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm losing my voice. I've been coaching so many hours today. So first things first, get your mission statement. The more clear you are, the more it will help you to see and create those opportunities for you. Secondly, when you have your mission statement, I want you to start brainstorming all the opportunities available. Many just go what they see available, but that's limiting you so much of the options because you're just looking a snippet of what the market is now, what the companies or the clients are looking at the moment. That is, of course, one very good way to do that. But I invite you to think about all the other opportunities as well. Just in a call previously today, we looked at what we had been discussing and what my client had been doing before. So on top of those opportunities that are publicly open, what companies are recruiting at the moment, she had made her own list of 40 companies that interest her, and she was contacting them weekly via email and calling. She had looked at different training programs that aligns with what she wants to do. She had looked at her network, her friends, her family, her LinkedIn network, and who would be those contacts to be in touch with and ask about suggestions, references, anything. So as you can, and then one more thing, we looked at different events where she can go and network and how she can then build, for example, her LinkedIn network now based off the people she's calling, meeting at the events, and how she can then create those conversations which can turn into opportunities. Is this a long shot? Might be. But for example, she's been surprised how people want to help. And those that she's calling, like how they are, very warm, welcoming, most of them, not always. But they are telling about their situation, if they have negotiations going on at the moment, or when is the good time to contact them again. So having those initial conversations, what is the follow-up? When is a good time to continue? Those were just a few options we had gone through with her. Hopefully this gives you some ideas. What can it mean for you? Look at your existing network. How do you want to expand your network? Where do you want to go and seek those opportunities? And hopefully you can hear that when you see that when you have a clear mission statement, who do you want to help and how? What is the contribution? Your contribution, what do you want to help people achieve, companies to achieve, organizations? What is the audience that you want to work with? The more clear that is to you, you can seek out those channels where you go and find those people and network. Okay? And then lastly, I invite you to listen the other training videos as well with a lot of tips. But I want to share this especially based off the coaching session I had just before coming live here, is that confidence. Have healthy confidence in your skills and expertise. How does this show up when you connect with others, when you're creating those opportunities, when you're looking for new clients or having interviews? Take all the wishy-washy, I believe stuff away. Make a powerful statement that what you have to offer. And this is what we just work on because she has an interview coming up. And I was asking her, like, what if they ask, like, why we would choose you, right? Basic question, why we would choose you? Why would we hire you? Why would I work with you? And she started, I believe that I have the experience and so what? And she does. She has exactly the experience in another, like, which used to be a partner company before they sold this division, that she has exactly that experience. And she said later on, there is no better candidate than me. So why do you say, I believe, when you can be honestly just making a statement that I have the experience and I look forward to strengthening your team in this X, what is your field? What comes up? Think about the sentence, the statement that you want to make, being confident, trusting your experience, your skills. No one is saying that you need to be perfect. No one is perfect. It sometimes sounds like, like employees, employers or potential clients are looking for the 110% perfect candidate. or advisor for them, or a coach for them, a consultant for them. Yes, everybody has a criteria, but also how realistic those are. And then when you can show that what you have achieved before, what have you accomplished so far, that will be giving you credit. That will show them that you have been doing something similar. It doesn't need to be exactly the same, but it shows them that yes, you've taken initiative, you've taken action, you've delivered, you've learned so many things that are applicable then afterwards. Okay, I hope these tips were useful for you today. So like I said, how you can improve your chances to be recognized and get the work that you want to do is to start by noticing, and do put in the chat that if you want to focus on number one, the mission statement. So getting clear on who do you want to help and how. And here I underline one, who do you want to help? Because probably you can help more people that you want to help. So I want you to narrow it down and really focus. I was just another session today. We were brainstorming. Well, actually, he came up with this business idea just last night, and he was thinking about the journey that we walked now, like 3 months, and how it has clarified for him what he wants and what he doesn't want. Those are two different things, and both are important. Some people find it easier to notice what they don't want to do than what they want to do. So that's one way to narrow down what you don't want to do and focus on what you want to do. I, of course, invite you to get clear on what you want to do, not only what you are capable of, because he's actually shifting the focus away from what he's been doing before. But this business idea, oh my God, I was in awe because the things that we had talked about with him in the past 3 months, they were all there. Whereas his strengths, what he wants to do, what is the value that he can bring and contribute to whom? The audience as well. And he will be, yes, there's competition, but it really sounded like he has such a particular niche area to go and offer his expertise so that the companies can both save money, be more using their budget in a more efficient way, and boost their business based on all his experience, what he has achieved so far. So I was like, yes, I love the idea because it had all the elements. What he wants, his strengths, what he has shown before, and this is a good for him to sell his services, to show what he has done previously. So I just wanted to share some of these examples, mostly from today's conversations, because they are on top of my mind just now, and how beautiful they were, like brainstorming about the options, where to create those for the second. So put number 2 in the chat if you're looking if you're clear on your mission statement. So what it is that you want, what is the type of work, the role of your, no, I hate the word role, but what is the type of work that you want to do? Who do you want to help and how? And then the next step is to think about where to seek those opportunities. And I love the word create, because probably that is not, someone is not asking for it. Because let's say that open positions, for example, are only about 20% of the job opportunities available. So there is way more for you to create. Also, if you're an entrepreneur like myself and you're looking for new clients, how many are there actually saying out loud in different channels, or coming to you to be like, can you help me with this? Where do you want to go? Seek out those events, groups, use your network, be out there like I am here sharing. Share from your passion, share from your experience, share your knowledge so that people start to recognize what it is that you're passionate about. Where are your skills? Where are your strengths? This is great because like just yesterday I had a call that my dear friend that I know from a long time ago wanted to gift a coaching session to her husband as a birthday present. So if I wouldn't be out there sharing who do I help and how, we wouldn't have had the conversation yesterday where he had been thinking about starting his business before pivoting from his 9 to 5 to starting his own business in a totally different field that he's passionate about, and how to manage the objections or questions or postponing that what he had done so far. And now we have the step-by-step plan for him to go forward. Because someone from my network knew what I do, who do I serve and how, and they wanted to give this coaching opportunity. Thank you again. And I look forward to hearing what it is that you do. Okay, recap. This is a long recap. But thirdly, have the confidence. Take a stand for your expertise. This is something that we've been discussing with my clients, because many of them say like, oh, my clients wouldn't consider themselves as experts. So what term do I use? I know, I hear you. I hear you. Who considers themselves as experts when most people have imposter syndrome? Most people, also the successful people, have imposter syndrome. So how do you want to manage that? How do you want to deal with that? How do you want to acknowledge, but quiet the voice who says that, are you sure you're capable of this, or blah, blah, blah? I want you to look at what you have done before. What have you achieved before? And even if it's not exactly what you want to do next, you can see that, yes, you've learned that, you have achieved that. So how come you wouldn't next time as well? And what is missing then is, of course, getting the resources to support you with that. If there's something that you want to acquire, training, coaching, mentoring, whatever it is for you to pursue your passion project, your business, getting hired, whatever it is that it's for you now. Okay. Let me know below in the comments, are you now needing to work on number 1, the mission statement, number 2, creating those opportunities, so brainstorm and go out there. And thirdly, is it about confidence? How to build the confidence and be like, yes, I can. I have achieved this. This is what I can promise. This is what I can deliver. Okay. Hopefully these tips were useful for you today. This was the last free training meetup of the season. I wish you happy Easter if you're watching this before Easter or later on. Have a great spring. I do have some news that I will be sharing with you shortly. So that's why this is the last one of the season, because I have some new adventures to go to. But you can, of course, reach me. So I'm gonna put here in the chat. There's a link where you can go book a discovery call with me. This is a complimentary call. And by the end of that 30-minute call with me, we have created you a 3-step plan how you can pursue what you want. So we can work on these areas, or if there's something else on top of your mind that you want to clarify for yourself. So we look at what you want, what is getting in the way, what you can do next, 3-step plan to come up with that you can go do on your own, or if there is a mutual interest for us to work together, we can see what that would look like. My group program is full at the moment, but I know there's a few starting later this spring. So there will be a new group opening and there is a few spots. So I advise you to book the call with me right away. So not only will create you the plan how to get recognized and hired now, but also how can I support you with your bigger mission and what you want to be. What are the experiences and results you want to be creating in your life and business? Okay, that's it from me today. I have 2 more calls coming, so going there to support my clients. I'm curious to hear where they are now in terms of their career and business plans. So do drop a comment here if you're watching the replay, a question if you have some questions related to these, and I would love to hear what is the area that you want to focus on. Is it the number 1, 2, or 3? This is for you to also commit. Once you write it, you put it out there, it makes you more committed. So that's why I'm asking that. Not only just for fun, but to be your accountability buddy that many of my clients are also looking for from my support. So happy Easter, have a great spring and a very successful year, focusing on what it is that you want to do. Okay, making that happen. I just want to say that I trust in you. Just have the trust in yourself. That has been the learning journey for me. One of the biggest ones. How can I trust myself? And like with most of my clients, we know just how we are the ones getting in the way. So how can you get out of your way, or who can help you to do that? Okay. That's it for me today. Have a great rest of the day, and looking forward to hearing your comments or questions and connecting with you in the discovery call. Ciao.